The U.S. and China are set to hold their first working-level meeting to counter the production of fentanyl. This comes after their high-level meeting in Bangkok to manage tensions. North Korea and Russia's arms deal was among the topics discussed. Eun-jin has the details.
Senior officials from the U.S. and China will meet in Beijing on Tuesday to launch what Washington is calling a task force to resume formal bilateral cooperation on counter-narcotics of fentanyl, a drug responsible for a deadly overdose epidemic in the United States. During the recent Davos Forum in Switzerland, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken mentioned the seriousness of synthetic opioids being the #1 killer of Americans aged between 18 and 49. Beijing had suspended all assistance with the issue in 2022, but it was during their November summit in San Francisco where Chinese President Xi Jinping and American President Joe Biden agreed that the two rival global powers should work together to stem the deadly opioid crisis. Tuesday's meeting comes following the latest discussions between U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi on Friday and Saturday in Bangkok, Thailand, where the two sides had, according to China's foreign ministry, candid, substantive, and fruitful strategic exchanges on bilateral, regional, and global issues, including those concerning North Korea, Russia's war in Ukraine, the Middle East, the South China Sea, and Myanmar. According to a White House report, concerns were raised regarding the recent testing of weapons in North Korea, as well as the growing relationship between the North and Russia and what might reflect on Kim Jong-un's intentions. The two diplomats also discussed the importance of maintaining peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait. A senior U.S. administration official said U.S. President Joe Biden and his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping are expected to hold phone talks this spring as part of efforts to responsibly manage tensions between their countries. Talks are expected sometime in the spring to discuss risks posed by advanced forms of AI, as well as hopes of resuming higher levels of military-to-military channels. Washington also expects Secretary of State Antony Blinken to travel to China at some point this year. Eun-jin, Arirang News.